Then why not pretend? Oh, how the gentle wind beckons through the leaves as autumn colors fall.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
And happy Halloween week. Halloween week, right?
Halloween. Yeah, it's basically Halloween.
Yes. As you can probably tell, we are celebrating.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're in costume. If you have seen the miniseries Over the Garden Wall, then you'll know.
Yeah, you'll get the idea. Yeah, he's Wirt. I'm Greg.
Yes.
This is Jason.
It's the Halloween season. I mean, it's been the Halloween season.
Yeah.
But this is our official Halloween episode.
We've been kind of waiting to do anything Halloween until today.
Yeah.
And so I was very excited.
Yeah. So a lot of things on the agenda for today, as always. We're going to get into the news. We have aircraft have been deployed to Latin America. The New York City mayoral debate was very interesting. NBA gambling ring, heist at the Louvre, White House destruction, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to get into all of those things. But yeah, I guess just to ease into it as we like to do.
We'll ease into it a little bit. Obviously, it's Halloween. We're dressed up. I think we're going to talk about our favorite Halloween candies. And
I feel I don't know if we've had this conversation before, but I'm going to ask you first because
okay.
I'm curious what you're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your favorite Halloween candy?
I'm trying to think, like, not even like my favorite candy. It's like the one I get, I pull out of like, I don't know, like it's not something you can just like buy normally. You have to get handed it.
Yeah.
Because I've always been a Kit Kat guy. Whenever I get a Kit Kat, also Nerds, low key. Like I feel like Nerds is a rare pick. You don't see it a lot, but whenever I do get it, I'm always quite happy.
Olivia loves the gummy clusters, Nerds gummy
those
clusters.
They're
really
good.
Really
good.
Yeah.
They don't get handed out much, but they're very good.
So your favorite is Kit Kat?
I say Kit Kat.
That's a good choice. I mean, that's a good choice. Another kind of a simple answer. I think I would have to go with the Reese's Pumpkins.
The
pumpkins, because those specifically, just something about the form factor of those. They are a lot better than the regular cups.
What do you think is like the trading Halloween candy?
Trading Halloween candy.
What's your go-to trade?
Like the ones that I don't want.
Yeah, the ones you don't want.
Like, this is unfair, right? Because I've never even honestly tried it. But like, I get like 100 grand bar. I'm like, what is that?
Those okay. I used to love those.
Really?
When I was a kid, and then I got braces and I couldn't eat them. And now, ever since I got my braces off, I can't eat them anymore. Like they're just like it's very like thick. I don't know. It's like really hard to bite through.
Yeah.
Not bad though. Not bad. Mine was always, and I don't even think they're that bad. I would just never pick as a Whopper. Like I would
Whoppers
are
all right.
They're just all right. They're just all right candy, and so I never would go out of my way.
Yeah, I another one is like what am I thinking of? Like the ones that like are like Tic Tac-esque, but they're hot. They're like hot. You know what I'm talking about?
Hot tamales.
Hot tamales.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say what are they called? Good and Plenty's.
Good and Plenty's. That's like,
dude. It's like licorice, but it's in like a pill shaped thing. Like
yeah.
Nasty.
Basically, all the old people candies. I don't really. I don't really get down with like that. So sorry if you're over the age of 65.
Also, like I like fruit snacks as much as the next guy. Why are you handing them out Halloween? I used to get those.
That's fair.
Quite often in my neighborhood.
I wouldn't complain if I got fruit snacks, but I see what you're saying. It's like
like once if I got one thing of fruit snacks, all right, cool. But like if I keep going in a house and I keep getting fruit snacks, I'm honestly gonna get quite mad.
I do think the worst thing that you can hand out on Halloween though is because like I don't know of anybody that actually likes these things like the pixie straws or whatever they're called.
Oh,
where it's basically just like sugar that you like dump in your mouth,
what
like
is that
powderized sugar.
Yeah,
pixie sticks.
It's a pixie stick, right?
That's what they're called.
What do you think about Fun Dip?
Oh, that's like the same thing, right?
It's like no, it's kind of so it's like you get like that powdered sugar thing, and then you have like a tablet, I guess. I don't know. And you just you like lick it and then dip it in, and then not the biggest fan either.
No, because those are the kinds of things that I think like if you are over the age of like 8. I don't think that's for you. I think that's
a good point.
It's specifically marketed. It's basically like cocaine for like children,
honestly.
basically.
No, it's another good trading one, but I always wanted to trade it, but no one ever takes like a Laffy Taffy.
I like Laffy Taffies.
I like the pink one. Any other flavors? Like, why do we have a banana flavored candy?
Okay, that's fair. Artificial banana tastes like awful, so bad.
God, I think I tried it once and it was I'm good. I like banana too, just not banana flavored candy.
This is a well documented thing. You do love bananas.
That's right. Oh, it's right. And you don't like bananas. That's right.
I don't know. It's a texture thing. It's a texture thing.
That's fair.
I don't,
That's fair.
But yeah. But yeah. But how have you been doing recently?
Good.
Good.
Busy.
Busy.
It's
yes.
like nonstop.
Me too.
But I am going to Philly tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And you'll see this in the quad. I'm going to the fall festival they're having.
Nice.
In, I don't know how to pronounce the area, but it's like it's more South Philly.
Manayunk?
No, it's like Passyunk.
Pashunk?
Pashunk.
Pashunk.
Pashunk. East Pashunk.
This guy right here is not from. I mean, I'm not from Philly either, but
there's no. That's crazy.
There's no,
right.
but I mean, it's like like if I showed you the name of, I'll do that later. There's no way you know how to pronounce the name of the river in Philadelphia.
Oh no,
but
I don't.
Okay,
but yeah, it's like there, and it's supposed to be pretty cool. I don't know. It's been such like a hassle trying to get the tickets, figuring out who's going.
Yeah,
dude, and it's only like $28 or something like that. But also, it's like we're staying there from like I think we're gonna get there around 11 and leaving at like 7. So we got like 8 hours.
For a while.
You got 8 hours to spend, and so I'm a little worried that we're just gonna sit in Philly doing nothing. But I'll be sure to have stuff. But yeah, I'd say how have you been? What have you been up to?
I've been very busy as well. The semester, of course, by this point, like late October, kicking into full gear. I mean, it's kind of been in full gear more or less for a few weeks now.
Yeah.
But
midterm season's kind of over. I'd say I haven't.
Yeah.
It like just ended, I think, and so now we're kind of in this stage of just like, I don't know. There's like a little resurgence of there's not a lot of like for me, it's like all my classes kind of dipped into this like starting new stuff, so it's not a whole lot of work. But it's like all at once too, so it is a lot, anyways.
I've been trying to reset my sleep cycle because, as I told you this before, obviously, but like we had fall break, which is why we skipped a week with the podcast. But over fall break, like that Friday, Battlefield 6 came out, which is like maybe my most anticipated release of the year, and it has not disappointed. But the problem with that is that an incredible video game dropped, and my sleep schedule is ruined. But I went to bed at actually a reasonable hour last night, and what I like to do is I like to find long YouTube videos to fall asleep to. So the choice last night was the revolutionary history of China, and it was a 3-hour video. So if I'm sure somewhere, and I fell asleep like 30 minutes into it. Mm-hmm. So deep in the annals of my mind, I have a rich knowledge of Chinese history. And
do your dreams?
It's going.
Were your dreams like in
my dreams were very Chinese last night, I will say.
But like falling asleep, I always do like people talking about. I'll find like 30-minute videos of people talking about movies or games. That's always what I'll do.
Yeah.
And so it has to be something like I know at least a little about. And so it's like I understand what they're talking about. I'm not just like because like a lot of time if you're watching a video like that, you need to like actually watch it. To be able to understand. So, like, I need to have a somewhat grasp. But like honestly, sometimes I get too into it. And, like, I can't fall asleep. I was trying to watch a video. We talked about this in an earlier podcast, but about. It was like he was talking about everything wrong with the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
And I literally got like so into it. I was like, yeah, this guy's right. Like I was like learning new stuff, and I was like, I had to find a new video. Because I was like 25 minutes in, I didn't.
It can't be too interesting.
Yeah, it can't be. But.
And not that Chinese history is not interesting, but it was like 3 hours, so at some point I was gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I did. But but yeah. Anyways, thank you for bearing with us today. We have a lot of things to get through in terms of the news. Is there anything in particular you want to start with, or? Well, I have an idea of where you can start actually.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So not to.
No. Yeah. I was thinking. So go ahead.
So I'm sure that a lot of you have heard of things happening in the NBA for a variety of reasons. What I'll start with is on Wednesday, the 76ers, which of course I'm a fan of being from this area, they had their first game and they won.
They cooked up.
They did.
Yeah.
They really did. So, and like for me as a Sixers fan, like this really meant a lot to me because not only did we beat the Celtics, who have had our number for like years now, seriously.
Yeah.
Like as a Sixers fan, like if you ever saw the Celtics on the schedule, or God forbid in a playoff matchup, is over.
I mean,
and sorry,
what do you think about? I mean, Taysom wasn't playing.
Tatum?
No, Tatum, not Taysom.
No. They're still a good team. They're still Boston.
Yeah,
so
they're
it's
still
like
a good team.
The
no
mental
doubt,
thing is still there. And it was a really, really fun game to watch. They won by 1 point if you saw the game. VJ Edgecombe, who we drafted 3rd overall in the draft earlier this year, had 34 points, I think.
I think that's the 3rd most points from a debut game as a rookie.
It is. That's right.
Which is insane.
Yeah, and I want to say it was behind only like Wilt Chamberlain and like somebody else
it was
like that.
I thought I remember being some bigger names. So like that's honestly really. I mean,
and it
broke the goat on your hands.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you think about all the great NBA players, like he scored more than, and it's funny because it's only one game, but the narrative is starting now. He broke LeBron's record, he broke Jordan's record, he broke Kobe's record. Basically anybody you want to name except for those two people up top, one of which I think is Wilt. So hey, we have the GOAT in our hands. We do. You're right. But
they play tonight, don't they?
They play tomorrow. I'm actually going to the game tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But if you don't like watch the NBA, you have probably seen the news for a different reason.
Wait, so we're both gonna be in Philly?
Oh, I guess so.
Wait, but the game starts at 7:30, doesn't it?
It starts at 7:30. I'll be in the city earlier though.
Oh, okay.
We can have that discussion later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, like I said, if you do not watch the NBA like just to watch it, you have probably seen the news for different reasons.
Yeah.
There were 2 arrests made. I think this was yesterday, right? Yeah, so 2 arrests made. That was Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and Terry Rozier, who I think currently plays for the Miami Heat.
Yes, that's what I saw, yeah.
But yeah, so the allegations against Terry Rozier are that he was basically like manipulating stat lines and throwing games so that people who were betting on his like props could make a lot of money.
Yeah, it was like insider trading for the NBA.
Essentially, yes, yeah. Like it's illegal in stocks and it's illegal to do with that as well. Of course.
And like from what I read about it beforehand, it's like this has been it's been an FBI multi-year investigation. Like this has been a huge thing.
Yeah.
Which honestly is so shocking to me.
And potentially more shocking to me is the Chauncey Billups stuff because, and like in some ways, I guess it's not like as bad as the Terry Rozier stuff because from the basketball perspective, I don't think it was related to like sports betting or whatnot. He was doing some whole other thing, Chauncey Billups. So it was like he was a part of like high stakes poker games, and he was in those poker games as like kind of a draw for like wealthy gamblers so that they could get a lot of money, but then they were rigging those games. So they were attracting high stakes bettors and then those games were further being rigged.
That's insane.
So that the people, including Chauncey Billups, are manipulating it would get all the money. And it's currently being said that the people behind that was the mafia.
Yeah, I'd say when it was like the NBA and the New York mafia organizations. Like, didn't even know the mafia was still a thing.
No.
Let alone working with the NBA.
And it's like
not the whole NBA.
No,
just Chauncey.
After and Rozier.
And Rozier.
But after a night of like by all accounts like really entertaining NBA games, the Sixers game was great. Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio dropped 40 points and he looks otherworldly.
It's literally like we're on a different planet when I'm watching Wemby. Like it's oh my god.
He's 7'4", I think, right? 7'4".
Something ridiculous like
fair.
that. It's something completely unfair.
Yeah.
Like his highlight reel is like insane because you think, 7'4", he's just gonna be dunking or whatever. He's shooting threes. Like this guy is great from all over the court.
Oh my god. I feel like 20 years from now, like we might be having a very different GOAT conversation if he keeps playing like that.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, but
if only he wasn't like stuck on the Spurs. Like
I see like the Spurs have been bad in recent years, but like. I think they have because they have the Rookie of the Year from last year.
That's right,
Stephon Castle.
That's right.
So,
wait, where did the first round pick go? Who was his name in the draft?
Oh, first overall.
Yeah, first overall pick.
Cooper Flagg went to Dallas.
Right, that's right. He went to Dallas. Yeah, I've been super excited to see all that stuff with Dallas.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's a shame because like for all the exciting things going on in the NBA, the story that everybody is seeing is that Terry Rozier is a cheater and that Chauncey Billups is a fraud who ran like fake poker games and like the stuff in the stories is really like if you look into it, like there was like X-ray poker tables like that the FBI was using to like track this case and
yeah, I say it was multi-year. Like this isn't something that just pulled out of nowhere.
And
what I find so interesting too is that I saw some stuff about. Like, we were talking about this a little bit before recording that, like, there was some rumors about LeBron maybe being somewhat a part of it. It ended up being not true, but, like, I couldn't imagine how crazy that'd be if we all found out LeBron was working with the New York City Mafia.
And you know what is so funny about all this is that, like, I'm just a sports fan, right? So I watch the NBA and all that, but it's like, of course, fucking Kash Patel has become a part of this story because he leads the FBI. So I like and I guess it's like as far as the things that he's done, like this is like less offensive because it's like this is like it is illegal to do this, but it's funny to hear him say this, right? So this is a quote from Kash Patel. He said, "The fraud is mind-boggling." I could point at a few things that are mind-boggling fraud, Cash, but you might not like what I have to say. But anyways, he said, that the criminal enterprise envelops both the NBA. Oh, sorry. This criminal enterprise envelops both and the NBA and La Cosa Nostra, which is the mafia. He said the schemes involved, quote, tens of millions of dollars in ill-gotten gains. This is from NBC, by the way, and you'll like this too. The case, the accusations, they include defendants with nicknames such as the Wrestler, Juice, Big Bruce, and Pookie. Yeah,
these are the code names.
The code names, yeah. So both the Billups and Rozier have been placed on immediate leave by the
Makes
NBA. Apparently, the operation was dubbed Operation Nothing But Bet.
Oh my god, that's some Cash Patel type name,
You know,
right there.
for as much as I really would love to blame this on Cash Patel. Like, this has been going on since like 2019. So it's almost like,
I like to mention it was called like Stormhawk or something like that. He's like, guys, I have the name.
That he would do that actually.
Like, we're actually in the middle of the investigation. I have it. Nothing but bet.
Yeah, but it's a lot, and it's hard to like see where this is gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I mean,
I was low key expecting like more kind of people to be implicated, but as of today, which is Friday, that has not happened. So
yeah, no other big names. I think there was a lot of other small names, but like nothing like not like as big as the ones we I've already said. But
obviously this is a big deal, and this goes hand in hand with the whole conversation of like, and this is a whole other conversation that could be a whole podcast episode, but like sports betting has become legal in recent years.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, they kind of opened Pandora's box with that, because by making sports gambling not only legal but like pushed so hard.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You can go anywhere without getting a sports betting ad.
Like, I'm sure you've had an experience like just watching any sports game. Like, the props are like at the bottom of the screen, side of the screen.
BetMGM and
like ESPN even has like entire like segments on like on their like TV channel that are just like a half hour of like, oh, like what are the best props for today and whatnot. It's like,
dude, and it's not even just sports betting. Like I think we may have talked about Kalishi. I think it's called. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Kalshi, right?
Kalshi. Is it Kalshi? Where it's like you can bet on anything. Like, I think that's just insane. Like it's such a
the culture
scumbag thing.
It is, and this country is just so done for, because like between that you can bet on anything.
Yeah.
And like, you can now use like Klarna on like DoorDash and like pay for like your Chipotle in installments. Like
installments.
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's Klarna, it may be something else, but like, yeah,
insane.
We might be heading towards the brink when you look at those indicators.
Dude, you gamble for like everything now. You go to a restaurant, you might get food.
Yeah, but point being, like, I feel like when they did all that and they promoted it so much, this sort of thing was inevitable.
Yeah.
So they're dealing with the consequences of their own actions, really, and it's a big deal, obviously, because when you're watching a sporting event, especially when you're watching like your team play, the last thing that should be on your mind is like, oh, what if this guy has money riding on like a certain thing and he's actively throwing the game? That's that can't be.
I think people were looking back at like Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I saw. I like somebody put together like a low light reel of like all like the quote unquote mistakes he was making.
Yeah.
When you look at it through the lens of like he was betting on his unders, it looks like maybe intentional. That's how bad it was.
Looking through a whole different lens.
Yeah,
you're like, wait, why would he even think it's a good idea?
Yeah.
Unless.
Yeah, it's just it's very, very frustrating that this is the sort of thing that's happening, because
of course it's as soon as the NBA season starts.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, who knows? This might be all we really hear from it, or a lot more names could get involved. Who knows? But I feel like they kind of made a big mark with this.
They did,
like just out of nowhere. So, and I think they're just trying to hide what VJ Edgecombe did.
They are. It's a conspiracy against my Sixers. That's what it is.
As soon as the Celtics lose, oh, look at this! Look over here. Like, no.
Exactly. And my Sixers. I was gonna say they're winning it all. Maybe that's a little hopeful.
Hey, I mean, it's a little hopeful, but
you know what I will say. I if they keep up this level of play, they will make it out of the second round of the playoffs for the first time since I can't remember when.
Yeah.
So I'll make that claim.
And we should both say not only that, but we are both very much against Boston.
Yes, we are.
As just a fan of the NBA, but I'm a Bucks fan, so I'm a little different. But
yeah. But But yeah, go Sixers and love you, VJ Edgecombe.
Going off to the next one now, we can make our way to toward the ballroom.
Oh sure, yeah. So we have we've talked before about the ballroom that Trump wants to build behind the White House.
Yeah.
We talked about that I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Great stuff, right? Great stuff. I think it would be double the size of the White House. So you're thinking about, again, the most iconic I would say the most iconic building in the United States, like American iconography, like whatever you want to say. So the process has seemingly begun, because what has happened is the East Wing of the White House is being demolished.
Yeah, I saw like the clips and the picture. I was like, oh my god, it's actually happening. Like
yeah.
I saw this too, that right before we started filming, that Trump is considering, from the article I saw, that Trump considering also naming the ballroom after himself, which is just, very, very Trump.
It's very on brand. I mean, and again, like we said when we talked about the Ark, when they asked who it was for, he said me, and he wants himself on a coin and all of these things. It's like, dude, like, do you ever reach a point where like you're sick of smelling your own farts?
I know,
like,
honestly,
like what's going on? Like,
he loves hearing his own name, bro.
He really does. And if he really loves hearing his own name, he can release the Epstein files, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's actually
yeah. But the $300 million ballroom,
$300
apparently $300 million, yeah. Apparently it necessitates the destruction of the East Wing, and people have been very upset about it. Understandably so.
Yeah.
Because when you're looking at a president who has shown really no respect at all for democracy or the American way of governance in general, or just like the Constitution or anything as it relates to his job, to see that kind of manifest itself in him literally destroying the White House, it's like, okay, so this is like, we're not even really trying to hide it anymore,
dude. Honestly, by the end of his term, it's gonna be called Trump Palace, and it's like in 3 months from now, he's gonna be like, actually, the West Wing too needs some updates.
Yeah,
just get rid of that whole part.
You know what? I think the thing that might piss me off the most about this, and I've said this before on the show, like the wrong people on Earth are like the people with the money, like the rich people on Earth are the wrong people, because they spend it on the most boring, dumb shit ever. Because if I was the president, I would make renovations to the White House. I wouldn't destroy any parts of it, but I would make renovations. And so here's my problem, right? Trump is like, oh, I want a ballroom. I want a ballroom. Who cares about a ballroom, dude?
Yeah.
That's boring. You're going to, you use it like once every 2 weeks maybe, if that.
Even if, yeah.
If I am the president, what I am doing is I'm turning, I guess, the East Wing, right? This is what this is. I'm turning the East Wing into, not like a man cave. I don't really like that term, but kind of just like
sports bar,
like just like a lounge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm having the biggest TV possible for my PlayStation, like the comfiest chairs possible, a bar. Yeah. Who needs a ballroom when you can be like, dude, we're putting a Shark Tank in the West Wing. I'm putting a Shark Tank in the West Wing and a mini bar right in front of it. So you can knock back a Corona while you're looking at a Great White.
Dude, have a zoo, have something cool,
something that actually exemplifies what America's really about, which is like stupid shit like that is totally unnecessary, but also totally awesome.
There's nothing more like douchebaggy than putting in a ballroom.
Really, seriously, yeah.
I just think a great SNL skit would be if they did that was something that happened, to be like. You say Shark Tank, you think it's going to be the animal, and you cut, and it's like the show.
Oh my god, dun dun
Mark
dun,
Cuban,
dun dun dun.
And Putin's in there, and he's like, for 75% of democracy,
I want 75% equity in the United States.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, a ballroom, it's douchey. I'm like, no, you're right. Let's have giraffes roaming the lawn.
Yeah, come on. Do something a little cool. I don't know. Maybe then I'd agree with you on something. A ballroom.
Yeah. He
still has a whole other wing.
One of the things about like this whole like fascist ideology, it has no redeeming qualities because it's on top of everything else, it's just fucking boring. It's so boring. Like the most interesting thing you get is like the Department of Homeland Security shit posting on Twitter, and that's not even interesting. It's just like, oh, okay, you're so funny.
There's another AI.
Yeah,
AI image.
more.
Look at
Oh
this.
yeah, more like AI dog shit on the internet for me to sift through. Thank you, Trump administration. That's funny too. I didn't even have this on the list, but did you see the video that he released after the No Kings protest? The AI video.
I didn't. No, I heard about it. I didn't.
He released an AI video, and this is just crazy. He released a video that was totally AI. So he is in a fighter jet, and that's
Never mind. I saw this.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So Trump being in a fight, I'll take it step by step, right? Him being in a fighter jet is ironic because he would never be in a fighter jet because he dodged the draft multiple times, and he has no respect for military service. He has a crown on as well, which is funny because, I mean, it's not funny, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's like half the people in this country, right? And like probably even more at this point, because even if you look back to the election, which was like basically the day that he got elected was the high point of his popularity.
Oh yeah.
Because even since he became the elect, he has been doing nothing but the worst things you can think of.
Yeah.
And so he has only been hemorrhaging support. So if you look back at election day as the high point of his popularity, even at that high point of popularity, about half of the country did not vote for him, meaning they did not approve of him.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, he has shown no intent to govern for those people.
Oh no, yeah, not
for
at
those
all.
tens of millions of people. No intent to do that whatsoever.
No, he's only the president for the people that actually voted for him.
Yes.
And those people are slowly dwindling.
Yeah,
Like,
and he's like, oh, you don't want me to be a king? Well, let me put a crown on myself in this AI video. And so to continue with what the video was, he's in a fighter jet wearing a crown. And if you haven't seen this, I promise you I'm not making it up. But if you've seen it, then you know. From the fighter jet, he dumps literal shit, like poop from a butt, onto protesters. That are
like
from the
so
No Kings
respectful,
protest.
you
So
know?
respectful, so presidential, so mature, just like unbelievable. Because any other president would be impeached within 10
how
minutes.
is that? How do you not get in trouble for that? I don't know. Like I don't even know what that like.
I just don't know how you see that. It's like, yeah, man, you're owning the libs, bro. You're owning the libs by posting a shitty AI video of you dumping poop on people.
Like, I can imagine Trump in the Oval Office, but guys, check what I just posted. It's like, oh wow, Trump.
It really begs the question of like, is it Trump posting this or is it like
Some intern?
But I don't know because. And like maybe we're not meant to understand, right? Because you and I have brains that function over like a 5% like reliability. So maybe you and I are not meant to understand.
It's a level so far beyond.
It is a level. I don't. It's almost like I don't know. It does beg the question though. It's like because like is it Trump? Because I kind of would buy that, right? Because he's 79 years old. His brain is leaking out of his ears. Like he looks like decrepit and ancient. So I would believe it if it was him, but at the same time, it's like, do I believe that he's competent enough to like open up an AI app and like type in the prompt that would get that? I kind of don't maybe because that's like a certain level of competence that I'm not sure if he has.
Like here's the thing: it's like I don't understand like how anyone, whether or not it was Trump or not, can type in what was in that video like step by step, like Trump in a jet fighter with the crown on, doing everything he did, with like doing anything, and I'm doing the right thing. You know?
Oh yeah, no, true. Yeah, because it's a conscious thing. You have to sit there and type that.
Yeah, you had to sit. You just had to sit there and type it.
It's a political movement that is so high off their own supply that they can no longer delineate between like normal human behavior and total fucking lunacy. Because it's like, yeah, they're sitting there saying like, video of Donald Trump wearing a crown in a fighter jet dumping poop on protesters. Like I can't fathom it. I really can't. And again, like I'm like it's not meant for me. It's not meant for me to understand. It's like these people walk among us. These people, like when you're walking down the street, like it is possible you were walking by somebody that saw this and their unhinged jaw that drags on the floor when they walk was just yucking it up when they saw this. And that's the really terrifying thing is like this country, about half the people in this country, again, if you look at the election results, are maybe digging that. I
wonder how many likes it got. I wonder how many people were like reposting it. And, like,
retruths. Correct you there.
Retruths?
Retruths, because it is a Truth Social.
Oh my god.
Retruths, yeah. Yeah.
Lunacy is a good point there.
Yeah. It's like, have you ever heard of I don't know what exactly it was called, but have you ever heard of like the dancing disease? That was like a medieval thing.
Yeah.
And like modern kind of like medical analysis of it is basically saying it was like mass hysteria.
Yeah.
I think we are experiencing mass hysteria in the United States. Like it's funny. Every time I bring this up, I'll say this. I am as qualified as RFK to say this.
And you know what? That's not even an opinion.
It's a fact.
That's a rock fact.
So I have no medical degrees. I'm not a doctor, but that being the case, I am as qualified as the Secretary of Human and Health Services. I feel like my diagnosis is that the people in this country are experiencing mass hysteria because, again, these sorts of things. How are you seeing this on a daily basis and you're just okay with this? I don't know. I have no idea. Like, you and I are living in different worlds. We're living in different worlds.
It honestly does feel that way.
Yeah.
You know what? We can even tie it into our costumes. It feels like we jumped over some random fucking wall, and now we're I don't even know where. Like, the fact, like you describing that, it made it feel unreal. Made it feel like I was like, I can't believe I actually, like, I saw it, and then, like, I tried to make it leave my mind immediately, and you bring it back, and when you explain
leave these woods if you can.
You boys are more lost than you think. Dude, and again, like, yeah, I feel like I've jumped into a different, like, alternate universe, but again, it couldn't even bother to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's not interesting. It's not like, because there are no talking animals. There are no like I don't know, like beasts or monsters or anything. Just the dumbest people alive doing the dumbest possible things that come into their mind. That's what's going on.
It's honestly just, like I say, it's not like it's cute. It's not fun. Like over the garden wall in certain aspects. Nope.
Yeah.
We get Trump hucking shit at protesters from his fighter jet wearing a crown.
Yep.
That sounds like a Mad Lib. That, like, it literally sounds like I think Trump opened up a Mad Lib and, like, filled it in with his own name and words he thought were funny and then put that into an AI generator.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if you well, it's funny because I was about to say if you showed like George Washington this, but then you'd have to explain like what AI is. You'd have to explain what social media is. You'd have to explain the context of everything. So maybe that's not great. But assuming that one of the
I'm sorry. Did you guys see on the fighter jet? It says King Trump.
I did not see that.
Like on the lower like part of it, as he takes off, it says King Trump.
There's another like a cherry on top.
Like, because if you're a normal president that is a normal human being with like a normal human brain, which we know he's not, but I'm saying like hypothetically, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're a president that's a normal person, and somebody, not even somebody, tens of millions of Americans are basically saying like, hey, you're acting like a king. The normal response to that would be like, oh, like the mere implication that I'm acting like that, it really disturbs me, and I would never do things like that, like because I'm not a king and I'm a president and I respect the Constitution. That's the normal response. Again, the response we're getting from Trump is like, dude, this is hilarious.
Well, that's the thing, is like the Trump administration, not even just Trump, the whole administration will never admit that the Republicans did something wrong. Like that acting like what he did in the past, like acting like a king. Nope, I'm doing the right thing. That's like I'm making a joke out of it. See, like it's like with the whole like young Republicans thing. They didn't say anything they did was actually wrong. They just said, oh, it's a bunch of jokes. Like just like defending it until we forget about it, I guess is the whole idea.
I don't know. I mean, and that's funny to me too, because it's like it's really like it's a problem when it's other people, but when it's them, it's a joke.
Oh yeah.
Because people lost their jobs over simply reposting the words of Charlie Kirk, but they are not to go back to that. I mean, that happened a while ago. But like people lost their jobs over not even making statements, but just reposting his words. These young Republicans, and basically just like the entire like culture of the Republican Party is like they can say whatever they want, whenever they want, and if it's taken the wrong way, it's just a joke. So it's fine.
And Vance was talking about how he doesn't want their like futures to be ruined because of this, and it's like, well, I mean, I know they're just like kids or like young adults, I guess, in a sense, but it's like what they did was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, this is something this isn't something they should forget. It's something they have to learn from, and like from these mistakes. Like the idea that Vance has is just to forget about it. Like, come on, guys, it was a joke they made when they were young.
I mean, think about it though, right? Like when you think of it from this perspective, it's a political party that has gone so long without facing, like, they no longer know what consequences are.
No, they have.
Like,
that's a good point.
even going back to 2016, it is a political party that has never had to face any concrete consequences for their actions because, and especially this term, he's basically running roughhouse over the U.S. government and the country, and seeing as Republicans are in control of every branch of government, nothing is happening. He's violating the Constitution. He's doing illegal things on a daily basis, and there have been no consequences for it. We can only hope that there will be, but as of right now, there has not been. And so, when you as a political movement are not forced to face consequences for your actions for close to a decade at this point, it makes sense that it's like, oh yeah, I mean, maybe some Republicans here there condemn it, but by and large, that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah. It's just so, it's like you said, it's just so devastating to see. It feels like we're in a whole new world. It's a whole new game. It is. It hasn't been a year, and it's a whole new. We're in a whole new political field.
Yeah.
Where people can just do whatever they want. And there's no consequences besides the media just being like, "Hey, you shouldn't have done that," and then being like, "Well, we did, so suck it."
Yeah.
Which is just incredible in every way.
Yeah, I guess you just gotta hope. I mean, the No Kings protest drew.
Oh my God, they were
great crowds. And
I was actually able to attend one here in Westchester, and it was. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's just such a different. I'd never gone to a protest before ever, and so it's a whole different environment. But everyone there was so friendly. That's the thing. And I was actually I was thanked multiple. I was reporting on it, and me and the two other people I was with, who were all in college like this. We were thanked by probably 6 different people because we were young and there. I was surprised how many older people were there, but they were surprised how many younger people were there, which was, I thought was kind of interesting. That if for someone like me who hadn't gone to a protest like that, I had no idea. So.
Yeah. It's that it kind of brings up in my mind I'm not even going to dive into this because it's a whole other thing, but just it boggles my mind that people of our age are kind of as susceptible to this stuff as anybody else is. Because I just feel like and again, I'm not going to dive into this, I'll just leave it here. But if you're somebody that is our age, your college age, even a little bit younger, a little bit older, this stuff is affecting us more than anybody else.
Yeah. There's this idea that it's happening in DC, it doesn't affect me. It's no, it does. It's super important.
And it's a lot more than just oh dude, he's such a troll, he's so funny, he's owning the libs, man. Do you understand that he is actively trying to transfer the wealth in this country even more so to his billionaire friends? He's actively seeking to destroy the environment. I think last week or this week they opened up some more national wildlife areas in Alaska to oil drilling.
In Alaska, yeah.
So he's actively destroying our environment. He's actively destroying our government. He's actively destroying our economy. So think about what will be left for, if this continues. I mean, the damage has already been done, right? Even the damage that has already been done is going to take at least a generation to rebuild, and that's going to be our generation. That's going to fall on us, right? So but if this continues, think about what is going to be left for you.
And
right?
Yeah, and we can kind of segue this into the New York mayoral race right now, because I feel like Mamdani has been that kind of I feels like he's been a voice that a lot of people have been feeling but no one's saying.
Yeah.
And of course Trump is calling him a communist for just speaking his beliefs like that. But not that he's saying communist things. He's just literally saying democratic American things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, Mamdani's been a real big voice for a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great segue. And what that reminds me of is earlier this week, I saw, because I'm a subscriber of the New York Times, it's useful to have access to that sort of information as being a poli-sci major. They posted an article that I really just kind of annoyed me. And it was saying, oh, the key to power in America is not by being, far right or far left. It's you have to go in the center, and that's how you win elections and whatnot. When it's yeah, right?
Yeah, what?
So, because first of all, the obvious thing, look back at 2024. Kamala Harris was probably as centrist as a Democrat could have possibly been in that election. And I've said this before, you think about her policies, I can probably name I follow this stuff very closely, and even I can really only name 3 policies of hers, the child tax credit, small business tax deductions, and government down payment on purchasing a house. Mm-hmm. And those are the 3 policies of hers I can actually remember, right? Whereas Mamdani, I'm not even in New York, so I'm not even following it that closely because again, I'm not in New York, so it doesn't affect it. But I can name multiple of his policies, like like free public transit, universal childcare and healthcare, things like that. And the reason that I bring up the New York Times article in comparison to that, right, or not in comparison, but like in this context, is like it's like, oh, you have to go to the center to win. I honestly, to me, right, and like saying this will show like my beliefs, but like you know those already, but I don't even see it as a matter of being like far right or far left, because when you look at Zohran Mamdani and the policies he's like proposing and would like to implement as mayor, like I don't see that as far right or far left or anything on the spectrum. I see him as the one candidate that is actually getting up there and not only identifying the problems that people in this country are facing, but saying like, hey, we're going to solve these, like even if not solve these problems, like we're going to address these problems. We're going to actively try and make these situations better for you and like more bearable. And like, here's my plans. Like we are going to do this. And like people look at him as like, oh, he's a socialist because of like the means by which he would accomplish that. Yeah. But to me, that's not even the important thing. To me, it's just like, I feel like anybody in this country should be able to look to a figure like him and be like, oh shit, like I haven't actually heard a politician talk like this.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. It feels like the other candidates too are just like, I don't know. They're like iffy on certain things. Or Mamdani always has something to say on it. He always has some opinion or some idea to solve an issue, and he doesn't play like, I don't know. He doesn't play to both sides. He's just doing his way, his thing.
Yeah,
and it's working. It's doing really well. And like a good thing, going back to Kamala Harris, like if they really wanted a far left, they would have gotten Gavin Newsom or something. Like they would.
That's Gavin Newsom's not far left.
Well, not that far left, but
yeah, no, yeah.
But in a sense of just like getting someone else, like they would. Yes,
well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the Kamala Harris was who they wanted, and she ran on the platform that they wanted her to run on. Yeah, that was all very intentional, and like basically what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying, as to where like when you listen to Mamdani speak, it's not like, oh, like I'm a socialist and we're going to implement socialist policies. Like that's not what he's saying, because that's not the point. Like that, and again, like he is saying like, oh, there's a cost of living crisis. Well, we're going to freeze the rent. We're going to address that. We're going to make rent more bearable. We're going to subsidize, and we're going to make things easier for you. Groceries are too expensive. Okay, well, we're going to subsidize that. We're going to make groceries more affordable. We're going to run some state-run grocery stores so people can actually afford groceries. Child care is expensive. We're going to make sure that's taken care of for you. It's not. Like, I guess if you're looking at it, and it's like we almost get lost in the sauce of like political analysis, where it's like, oh, like that is a socialist policy, or this is a such and such policy. We just have to have policies that help people, man. You know what I mean? Like,
and like in a perfect world, of course, the perfect candidate helps both sides and is in the center. That's just not the way things are.
It's not.
Like not. That's like how can they look at the last presidential election and say, yep, you have to be in the center to win?
Yeah, and also like this has been said ad nauseum, but playing the center when one of the sides is the side that exists right now, which is like, people have different words for it. You can call them authoritarian, you can call them fascist, et cetera, whatever term you prefer, really. I mean, they're all applicable. But when that side is that side, how can you justify playing the center, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey guys, like, they make some good points. Like, they don't. Like they are catering to like the worst impulses of like the American psyche, and it's like the people, like this country needs to be like shaken awake, and it's like, and again, I hate to say it, but it's like, the government is still shut down, by the way. I mean, it's not surprising.
Yeah, I think at this point is the second longest shutdown.
But like I can only hope, and like it sucks, right? Like people aren't getting paid, and that's awful. But I can only hope that like if there are people that are being hit by this that voted for Donald Trump. No, I either knowing full well that this was something that was going to happen, or they just didn't do the research that would behoove you as a voter.
Yeah.
Like, I can only hope that if this is to continue, then these people are waking the fuck up. Like,
no, yeah, things have never been worse.
No,
honestly, and so, especially with the government, it's honestly it's easy. I mean, it's not easy to forget. It's been going on for so long.
Yeah,
and so. We'll see if it breaks Trump holds the number 1 and number 2 spot for longest shutdown, so we'll see if he can break his old record from his last term.
It's just like I was thinking about this the other day too, and not to be like, oh, woe is me, because at the end of the day, like we could have it a lot worse, right, than living in America. But it's like like you and I have not experienced like an American culture really without Donald Trump.
Yeah, no.
Because, you know, we, like Sam and I were born like in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So really becoming like aware of the world in a way beyond like, oh, you know, going home and playing Donkey Kong on my Wii.
Yeah.
Like our awareness of like the broader world, we have not had that in a world without Donald Trump.
No, it's really,
and it has been so fucking tiring. Like why couldn't I just be born during like the Clinton administration when like the biggest thing was like he was like getting, I won't say that, but you know what was going on. Like the biggest scandal was, you know, that thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Honestly, I think we may have like not us. I mean, we necessarily, since like all we've known in politics is Trump for the longest time, but taken for granted how not bad it used to be. I mean, especially with the Biden administration and Trump's previous administration, we're like, wow, like after Trump's like first term, we were like, okay, well, that wasn't great.
Yeah.
But let's just glad it's over. Now we're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like so much worse.
And so, you know, like Biden, obviously, like not even close to the best president. I'm not even like particularly a Biden fan, but like at least during the Biden presidency, you didn't have to like wake up every day and like just like, oh, like what evil shit's on my phone today? Like,
yeah,
what are they up to?
And we're just like, okay, what did Biden do to embarrass himself today? Like it was something like that, and it wasn't nearly as often as what Trump is doing right now to embarrass the entirety of America.
It's crazy because like. Again, like like think about like a Biden scandal, quote unquote. Like a Biden scandal was like, do you remember when like he walked into the forest and like he's so, which is like, you know, it's funny, and you know, it is funny, but like, okay, that's like a Biden scandal, right? What like what's a Trump scandal? It's like, oh, he's like gravely violating like the constitutional rights of American citizens. Hey, yeah, there's levels to this.
Yeah, there's a few different levels, and it's like, you know how bad the Republicans used to dog Biden for, like for anything he did. If he like, look, obviously, I also think the president should be able to know which way to go, and shouldn't be like have to like be literally guided everywhere he goes, and shouldn't be walking off stages. But at least that president wasn't like, I don't know, doing anything Trump's doing right now. Wasn't mowing down an entire part of the White House for a big ballroom.
No. But, you know.
We took it for granted, honestly.
You know, Joey B, we took you for granted, man. Took you for granted.
But we can segue out of this. I am excited to see, I think, ending this, I think the mayoral elections in November 4th, or it's early November.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's, election day is the same day in every state, and I guess, you know, it's a good thing that you're bringing that up because you know, if you're seeing this, and I don't know if voter registration has passed, that deadline may have passed, but go ahead and vote wherever you are on November 4th. Yeah, because again, that's nationwide.
Yeah.
But yeah, go out and vote on November 4th. Very, very important to vote every single year. Not just midterms or presidential. Like I know here in Pennsylvania, we have a very important Supreme Court election. And you know, I wouldn't like tell you how to vote necessarily, but I would heavily encourage you to vote to retain the Supreme Court justices, because the justices that are currently serving are judges basically that among many other things have consistently striven to protect women's reproductive health in this Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So, you know, I would encourage you to vote to retain those judges, and then obviously just vote in all your local and, you know, municipality elections, all very important stuff. So yeah,
incredible. Yeah,
good that you brought that up, because again, that's nationwide. So go out and vote on November 4th. I think you're right. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm like pretty sure it's November 4th, and like you said, it's just so important to do your research on this stuff, and especially with the Supreme Court ones and all the smaller ones too. Just understand what and who you are voting for at all times.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and again, just like vote every single year. Super, super important. But yeah, good promo for that. Do you want to
segue this?
Yeah, this. I mean, not really like a great segue into this, but I know you wanted to talk about this because this is kind of this is actually kind of a fun one, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Louvre heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of kept in the dark about this for a little bit because it felt so cartoony. And then the more I looked into it, yeah, it's extremely cartoony. It, like I said earlier, it felt like just out of Muppets Most Wanted. Like the Muppets going, or Constantine, I guess, going to steal from the Louvre. And I think the total was like $102 million worth of jewels done in broad daylight. That is insane. Like, okay, I can't even imagine what, like, they got together and were like, all right, our next heist, what's it going to be? The Louvre. It's like, how do you not, like, for a second think that's ridiculous? And you know what? The fact they were able to pull it off is insane.
And they still haven't been caught, right?
They haven't been caught at this point on, what day is it today?
Today, well, it's Friday, but
Friday,
obviously,
October
October 24th.
October 24th. They have not been caught. And now like I know there was a leaked audit from the Louvre that said something about the security not being fully like not being their strong suit, which is crazy. You know, I don't know how you could.
That is crazy.
It's such an like someone like we were talking about this earlier, but like if you're able to steal from the Louvre, steal $102 million worth of jewels, and not get caught. Dude, like, good for you, honestly.
You deserve
like,
to keep
seriously, you deserve it. Like, it's.
I was about to say the same thing. Like, I think when you're talking about like a victimless, and I use the term victimless. Like, I get it. Like, maybe it's not totally victimless, but it like kind of, in my perspective,
yeah.
You know, I mean, they're like royal jewels, and it's like.
Oh yeah, I think it was the idea was that like very wealthy people like keep their jewels there for display. And then they take them back whenever they want.
Yeah, like basically what I'm trying to say is like this is not the same thing as like somebody getting mugged on the street.
No,
right?
no.
I think to your point, like if they can like evade capture for let's say like 6 months, I think they should be free to go. You know what I mean? Because again, like impressive, like bravo.
Yeah.
Like,
also, it's like I can't. I'd so love to hear. Like I hope they do get caught because they stole $102 million worth of jewels. But like also like. I want to hear their story. This is a movie. Like this feels straight out of a movie. Two people stealing $102 million worth of jewels in broad daylight. Like people were visiting. There were visitors in the Louvre while they were stealing all these jewels. I know that they actually accidentally dropped like a crown. Also, that they were able to pick up and identify. But like,
you know the guy that dropped the crown just got torn a new asshole by his partner in crime.
Dude, yeah, they like open up the big sack with the money sign on it. They're like, yo, you got the crown, right? I thought you had it.
Do you know the scene from Drake and Josh was like, Drake, where's the door? I'm imagining that's the situation
it's
that
just,
unfolds.
like honestly, if it seriously feels so weird.
It's like you dropped what? Say that again.
It's like, oh, by the way, you dropped that crown anyway. He's like, crown? It's like, I was like, yeah, it was just some crown, whatever. It's kind of good to know there's crazy stuff happening all over the world, though. It's not just here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's mild consolation. I don't know. Like I know, Japan just elected a new prime minister who is apparently like very conservative. Great. So, and again, like it's like shitty like compensation because you just wish like things were just better everywhere.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like oh, things are kind of awful in other places too. So
I think what's going on in America is a little more pressing than like stuff being stolen at the Louvre. I know that the more far right politicians in France have used it as like, I think the term was like a political football, to like further like to be like, hey, like this happening. Well, we're the ones to solve this and the idea. And so I know that there's some political turmoil happening. Yeah. Because, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not surprised at all. But
there's been a lot going on in France. I'm definitely not.
Not even that. Like on top of everything already going on in France, but.
I mean, look, as far as like things go, I think like a professional heist in the Louvre, I think it's a little fun. It's a fun thing to have happen. So, which says a lot about where we are as a society. But hey, is what it is.
Just an opinion,
It's a rock fact.
That's a rock fact.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I think that's everything we concretely had on the list. I guess kind of like just to touch on it again, like we said before, like the government is still shut down, so we will see how much longer that goes on for.
Yeah,
I don't
honestly,
know.
it's like I said, it's easy to forget, but it's important not to. Just with so much going on,
Yeah, I did see that the representative from Arizona, who would be the deciding vote on the petition to have a vote for the Epstein files, she is actually suing. I think. Sorry,
wow.
I had the article here, but she is basically suing to get seated because we talked about this in previous episodes, but yeah, the issue was that Mike Johnson is not officially seating this representative, so she cannot like cast votes, like she can't work. Like, and it's funny too because in an interview, the speaker said, oh, she needs to get to work and focus on her constituencies. It's like, which is like obviously like, hey man, like she can't work, like you won't let her, like. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, good thing to sue for. Like this is gonna be huge, especially we want the strike to end as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Or shutdown, I guess is the right way to put it. But
Yeah, but she Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva, the representative we've been talking about, filed a federal lawsuit in federal court, and that is as of Tuesday of this past week. So
October 21st.
October 22nd. Yeah.
Oh,
Does that mean, like, if that kind of goes through, that Mike Johnson is guilty of obstruction of justice or something like that? Like, what?
Yeah, that's a great question. Because I don't know like who like the defendant in this would be. I don't know if it really mentions that, because I don't know if the defendant would be like the speaker or if it's just like the federal government at large. I mean, like it's a fair question, because it's like, I mean, we all know, like, obviously in an ideal world, like all of these people are pretty much guilty of obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, who knows, man.
No, we'll definitely touch more up on that and see what happens, because something tells me this isn't going to be a very easy, like very quickly settled thing. They're going to overblow this like crazy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You'd hope not, but this is Trump's world now.
Basically, my real Mr. President is
George Washington over here.
This guy right here, George Washington.
Literally, it's crazy because you mentioned George Washington at some point, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
First thing I was like, you talking about him? Well, this is honestly a good time. Well, now we're bringing up George Washington and the show. Please watch Over the Garden Wall
Yes.
if you have not. It is seriously one of the greatest like miniseries of all time.
I mean, it might be the best piece of like Halloween, like kind of just whether it be movie or television or anything.
Like when it comes to autumn stuff, it's like the things I think of now, like is like Fantastic Mr. Fox, When Harry Met Sally, and now Over the Garden Wall. Like Over the Garden Wall is like such a, I don't know, the whole it takes place obviously very much in autumn, and the whole vibe is very much that, with some winter vibes in there too. But like, I don't know, there's something so special about watching it in autumn.
Yeah.
That's hard to kind of replicate.
Yeah, just like super cozy, like very heartwarming. You know,
Extremely. Yeah, it's just fun. You know, there's 10 episodes. They're each 11 minutes.
So you watch it like a movie, basically.
I think I watched it in 1 or 2 days. Like it was it's so easy, and there's no excuse not to. Like seriously, it might be a cartoon, might be our Cartoon Network, but it is worth every second of watching it.
It is. It's a good way to wrap up, because if the news has you bogged down, I think it's a really great thing to watch. It really is.
Yeah, honestly, I already watched it. Like this is my second time I think fully watching it. It was a few weeks ago, and I might rewatch it again in mid-November because it's just that good. And like you said, you can watch it in one sitting.
Yeah. So
totally worth it.
Yeah, but I know we were very excited to get dressed up today, and I think it turned out very well.
Yeah,
so.
we thought about this a few months ago, like not a few months ago, probably a month ago, about doing a duo costume because we weren't able to do one last year.
Yeah,
and I think we've excelled at this.
We've nailed it. Yeah, we have nailed it. We're very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure this guy would agree with us too.
And that you did a knockout job on that. You did. That's very good.
And Jason Thunderberger here would also like. But it was not easy getting all this set up for this episode, especially with the costume stuff. But I'm really glad we were able to make it work out. And I hope you not only liked the episode, but liked our costumes.
Yes.
And I hope you guys have fun on Halloween. I mean, it's still going to be a little bit when this comes out. It's, I think we're a few days, definitely. But I'm very excited. I know I have a bunch of plans with my friends, and I hope you guys are all getting dressed up and going out trick-or-treating. You better be.
Yeah. But yeah, have a happy and a safe one.
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will be back next week. It'll be November by that point.
November, yeah. We'll be deep into the fall season then, but
yes.
Still very excited. It was a really great episode. I had a really great time. Hope you all have a great Halloween, and I will see you next week.
Yes, thank you so much. See you next week.